Okay, all right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our English acquiring channel. Yes, in this video, we are going to, again, we are going to we are going to talk about the infinitives, gerunds, and participles, yes, verbals. In fact, as you can easily remember, that from the very beginning, from the beginner level, Harmony 1, we have been mentioning those very vital subjects. That why are they so crucial? Why are they so important? They are so important that we use them. We sometimes use them. Let me make a passive sentence. They are sometimes used as a noun, and they are sometimes used as an adjective, and they are sometimes used as adverbs and adverbs of purpose, adverbs of manner, adverbs of time, etc., etc. So they are very important. In fact, isn't English all about nouns, adjectives, verbs, and adverbs? Yes, this is the reality. So they are really important, useful, and we will also talk about them without or before finishing this advanced level, because as you see, they are in fact originally verb. So they are used in passive voices, yeah, as infinitive, gerund, and participles. Let's see again. Let's remember them once more. Yes, hello again and welcome back. Okay. Yes, trip to connected with verbals as infinitives, gerunds, and participles. Yeah, we started like this in the beginner level in Harmony 1. For example, to walk is necessary. Now, let's say to wonder, to want to know, to want to learn. Yes, to wonder is necessary, or wandering is necessary. A wandering mind, now, to wander is noun, as the subject of the sentence. Wandering is also noun, the subject of the sentence, and a wandering mind ponders. Wandering is adjective here, adjective of the noun mind. So as you see, for example, again, when we have studied, when we study the adjective clause, relative clauses, and this topic will be better understood, will be much better understood. Okay, but you have already been familiar with them, but now let's get to know them much better. Okay, let's start with infinitives. Number one, yes, infinitives are nouns, so they can be used as both subject and object. For example, to play mini golf is interesting. What's it like to play table tennis? To play table tennis is exciting. Yusuf wants to learn judo. To learn is object here. Yusuf wants to learn judo. Who wants to teach judo? Jakub wants to teach judo. Gerunds is number two. Gerunds are also nouns, so they are also used passive voice. They are also used as both subject and object. You know this. I am sure you know this very well. Sharing results from caring. What else results from caring? Love results from caring. Help results from caring. Okay. For Serdar enjoys trying to be helpful to his neighbors. Who else enjoys being helpful? Mahmut enjoys being helpful. Now, number 3, participles, a quick revision. If something is stimulating, we are stimulated. Okay? If something is stimulating, active, we are stimulated, passive. So both of them are adjectives here. When are we surprised? If something is surprising, we are surprised. How do we feel if something is exciting? Of course, we feel excited if something is exciting. Now, what about this one, number 6? Not being certain about, not being certain about the room number. I didn't knock on the door. So why didn't I knock on the door? Because I was not certain about the room number. This is another way of giving the same message. So instead of this, what do we say? Not being certain about the room number, I didn't knock on the door. Edward, why didn't you phone me yesterday? Not knowing your phone number, I didn't phone you yesterday. Not knowing. Now, expressing present future criticism for doing something or for not doing something. Yes, we are familiar with for doing something, but let's be familiar with for not doing something. Okay, for not doing something. Okay, with could at least, simple models, could at least, might at least, should itself gives a criticism. Should, as you know, should also is the way of giving advice, but for criticism, ought to is also used. You don't write anything about what you listen. You don't write anything about what you listen. You could at least take notes attentively. You could at least take notes attentively. Or you should take notes attentively. You might take notes. You could also possible, just could. You could take notes attentively. You ought to take notes attentively. This is also a kind of criticism. Okay. Number 1, I think Kamil is rather lazy and hopeless. Yes, quite hopeful, rather hopeless. For negative adjectives, we use rather to give emphasis. I think Kamil is rather lazy and hopeless. B, he could at least try to solve this problem. He could at least try to solve this problem. A, I criticize that Kamil doesn't try to solve his problems. This is a criticism that Kamil doesn't try to solve his problems. Yes, I criticize that Kamil doesn't try to solve his problems. He could at least try to solve his problems. Now, number 1, I think Kamil is rather lazy and hopeless. He could at least try to solve his problems. Yasin wants to buy more than one laptop. He might sell the first laptop of him. Both are true, yes. Laptop of himself or laptop of him. 3, it's very hot. There is a lot of work to do. It's very difficult to work. First of all, I have to make money these days. When it comes to work, you are just complaining. Yeah, you are complaining. You could at least buy and sell something. You might go to the marketplace and you opt to buy something and you should sell them. I criticize that. You I criticize that you are complaining. This is a criticism that you are complaining. Okay. 4, do I seem exhausted? Extremely tired? Yes. Do I seem exhausted? You have been driving for about 7 hours. You might, or you should. You ought to have a break. You could at least stop for 10 or 20 minutes. I work long hours in my new job. Uh, you might decrease your uh, work hours. I criticize that you work long hours. This is a criticism that you say you work long hours. What about simple modal verbs, modal auxiliaries? As you know, yes, verb 1 comes up. Then can, must, should, may, will, shall, ought to, could, might, would, need, dare, had better, would rather. Yes, let's remember them. Ferhat had better join a communication course, or Ferhat can join, should join, may join, ought to join, would rather join a communication course. There, be brave enough to do something that is risky, used especially in questions or negative sentences. Okay. I don't dare to go abroad alone. Do you dare to go abroad alone? Yes, I can go. Yes, I have enough courage to go abroad alone, also possible. But of course, we can say, yes, I dare. Yes, I dare go abroad alone as a simple model or as a phrase. Yes, I dare. I dare to go abroad alone as a model phrase. As a model, how dare you do that in questions, especially like this? How dare you say that? How dare you do that? I daren't go abroad alone. Dare you go abroad alone? Yes, I dare. We daren't climb that tree. Dare you climb it? Yes, I dare. Yes, I dare climb it. 10, you needn't illustrate that story. You needn't. There is no need. You needn't illustrate that story. Need I translate this letter? Yes, which one is better? Yes, the grammar books say, in that kind of situation, we should use must. Need I translate this letter? Yes, you must is the best, okay? But what about if we say, need I translate? Yes, you need. Okay, yes, you need is also possible. Of course, in negative sense, no, you needn't. You don't use mustn't, but you should know you needn't translate this letter. But yes, you must translate this letter. It's an obligation for you, necessity for you. Okay, 11a. I would sooner drink something. I would rather or would sooner 100% equal to each other. What would you rather do? I would rather drink lemonade. Now, action, verb, modal phrases, subject, action, verb, modal phrase, verb one, etc., etc. Have to, has to, let's remember them, need to, needs to, because we will use them in modal, in report speech as well, in different forms. Needs to, need to, needs to. Have got to, has got to, for singular subjects. Dare to, dares to, appear to, appears to, seem to, seems to, happen to, happens to, manage to, manages to, used to. Okay. Volkan seems to ask something. Volkan seems to ask something. If you happen to meet Burak, yes, if you happen to meet Burak, please say hello to him for me. If you happen to meet Burak tomorrow, please say hello to him for me. I happen to see a tiger on my way to the city center. Yes, I happened to see a tiger on my way to the city center. B, action verb, modal phrase, verb ing. For example, get used to, verb ing. Get accustomed to, verb ing. Succeed in, verb ing. Cope with, deal with, become accustomed to, look forward to, object to. For example, I will get used to surfing the net, or I will get accustomed to surfing the net. Both are equal, 100% equal to each other. I will become accustomed to surfing. I will be accustomed to surfing the net. If you cope with using the internet, you succeed in using it. If you cope with, these are really interesting. There are about 5 or 7 expressions like this, and we will have a full presentation about those. Manage to, cope with, deal with, rise above a problem, okay, cope with a problem, tackle a problem, and be able to solve a difficulty. Okay. To be modals, again, to be modal, be able to, be going to, be to, this is really important, be to, is to, was to, okay, be to, verb one, of course. Yes. Be due to, be used to, be unable to, be about future. For example, we are about to, now at the moment, we are about to start the reported speech, direct, indirect speeches in English. We are about to. We haven't started yet, but we are about to. Yes, in the next video, we are going to start the reported speech. Be about to do something. Be bound to, be willing to, be eager to, be expected to, be likely to, be unlikely to, be reluctant to, be unwilling to, be willing to, be unwilling to, be reluctant to, unwilling, same meaning. Be supposed to, be unlikely to, be welcome to. Adjective as an adjective, be welcome to. Okay, Akif is reluctant to attend the course regularly. Akif is unwilling, unwilling to attend the course willingly, unwilling. Okay. Burak is, this is the 400th dialogue. Burak is likely to sell his car. Yes, it is probable. It is possible that Burak will sell his car Or Burak is likely to sell his car. What is he unlikely to do? He is unlikely to sell his house. Now be to be modal phrase verb ing, be used to verb ing, be prone to doing something or being something, having something, be on the verge of doing something, being something, having something, be on the point of, be capable of. I am used to typing on the computer keyboard. Yes, I am used to typing. I am used to being a YouTuber. I am used to having a YouTube channel. I am used to having a YouTube channel. Asking about a problem, for example, what's the matter? What's the matter? Or what's wrong? Is anything wrong? Is there anything the matter? Doesn't this mobile phone work? Doesn't it work? What happened? What happened to this mobile phone? What's wrong with this mobile phone? Is there anything wrong with this mobile phone? Is there anything the matter? Is there anything the matter? Mobile phone? Is there anything the matter? Mobile phone? What's the matter with? What's the matter with Serkan? Is there anything the matter with Serkan? Is something bothering him? Yeah, this is also important. Is something bothering him? Active. Is something bothering him? He seems bothered. Serkan seems bothered. Is there anything he wants to talk about? Is there anything? Yeah, this is about adjective clauses, relative clauses, and soon we will study them as well. Is there anything he wants to talk about? Be time. Yeah, this is also extremely important. Yes. Be time, be about time, be high time. Okay, to do something. Yeah, you are familiar with time to do. Yes, time to learn English now. Yes, it's time to learn English. Now, it's not time to have a holiday. Now, it's time to drink tea. It's time to drink tea. Okay, it's time for you. It's time for you to visit your grandparents. It's time for you to visit your grandparents. Now, next page, you will see a different way of saying, giving that kind of messages, okay? Yes, it's time for you. I think this is the third time that I am reading it. It's time for you to visit your grandparents. Two, it's about time. It's about time for you to visit your grandparents. Do you see the difference? It's time for you to visit. It's about time for you to visit. But what about the third? It's high time for you to visit your grandparents. Yeah, it's high time for you to visit your grandparents. It's so easy for you because you already know that it's time is enough. It's time for you to visit. It's time for you to visit your grandparents. But now it's time to learn about time and high time. Okay? And including, yeah, this is also participle for including this page. And it's again about adjective clause, short form of saying them. Okay, what does the gift say? The gift says, well, it's about time. Yeah, exactly. If it is not now, when? It's about time. It's about time to go and to help them. Or it's high time. Yeah, it's high time for us to help them. And this is the second form, the red one. It's high time that we help them. Did you see the difference and the changes here? It's high time that we, there is we, and help in simple past tense, although it is about the present and future, okay? It's high time that we help them. If we use that clause, we use the simple past tense. This is the difference. It's high time that we help them. So there is no need to say for us, but in the first type, it's high time for us. It's high time for me, for you, for Ahmed, for your neighbor, for our family, for our neighbors. It's high time for us to help them, but this time it's high time that we helped them. This is really important. For example, it's time that you visited your grandparents. If you don't use that, yes, it is clear that there is that. It's time you visited your grandparents, or it's time that. It's time that you visited your grandparents. Or it's about time that you visited your grandparents. It's high time that you visited your grandparents. Yes, this is this. Let's complete them together, or you let me do two or three of them, and you can do the rest. But it's time for Jale. Yeah, it's time for Jale to buy a new laptop. Okay. Okay, 8 is the same. But 8, it's time that Jale bought. It's time that Jale bought a new laptop. Okay. Yes, they are. It's about time Jale bought a laptop. It's high time, Peter. It's high time. It's high time that there is that before Peter. It's high time that Peter changed his car. Or it's high time for Peter to change his car. Okay, this is our usual quiz. Now, question 1. Blank a lot of questions. The reporter worried about how the rock singer felt having asked. Yes, yeah, participle. Having asked a lot of questions, the reporter worried about how the rock singer felt. Yes. Adverb of reason. 2, now this is passive, for example, having been controlled, active, having been controlled by 3 experts, the survey was delivered to be valid and useful. 3, cars traveling at a speed of 80 kilometers per hour causes disorderliness on this road, on the conditions of this road. Cars traveling at a speed of. So traveling is participle here. And for example, when we start studying adjective clause, we will say it like this. Cars which are, okay, which are traveling at a speed of 80 kilometers cause disorderliness on this road. Cars is plural. So not causes, but cause, yes. Just one letter is not necessary there. Okay. Okay, question 4. It's about time you. So that clause, okay? We should know that there is that clause before you, subject. You is the subject of that clause. It's about time you had your hair cut. It's high time that we talked about your problem. Let's talk about your problem. Well, let's start talking about your problem immediately. Okay. It's time. Yes, it's time to study vocabulary, or it's time that we studied. Okay, it's time that we studied vocabulary now. Okay, the first word is ambush. It is both verb and noun. Ambush, ambuscade is also possible. Ambushment, camouflage, concealment, deception, hiding place, lurking, pitfall, shelter, trap, trick, waiting, waylaying, assail, sudden surprise, attack. Sudden surprise, attack, yes. Ambush implies the act of concealing yourself and lying in wait to attack by surprise, to attack by ambush, suddenly and surprisingly. To waylay also means to ambush, to waylay. Who is an ambusher? Who is a waylayer? So an ambusher is the person who attacks by ambush. A waylayer is a person who attacks suddenly and surprisingly. Okay. Who waylays? A waylayer is the person who waylays. Yeah. Specialize means, as a verb, devote oneself to a special area of work, to be a specialist, to be an expert. Yakup has specialized in computer science. What has Yasin specialized in? He has specialized in marketing. Yeah. Did Ertan specialize in any field? Yes, he did. What will you specialize in? I will specialize in city planning, urban planning. Virtual, as an adjective, virtual means made, done, seen, etc. on the internet or on a computer rather than in the real world. Made on the internet, done on the internet, seen on the internet or on a computer rather than in the real world. Virtual also means very nearly a particular thing. White works in a virtual office, not in a real office, but in a virtual office. Does he go to a physical office or use computers for working? Yes, he sometimes goes to a physical material office and he sometimes uses his real computers for working. What does virtual world mean? Virtual world means the internet world, the cyber world. What does virtual tour means? Virtual tour means touring on the internet, having a tour on the internet. Carry out, yes, do something, carry out, actualize something. As a phrasal verb, do or complete something, especially what you have said you would do or that you have been told to do. Halit enjoys carrying out scientific researches. Carry out a research, okay? Or do a research. Do an experiment, carry out an experiment. Do a research and carry out a research. Does Selim enjoy carrying our ethical? Does Selim enjoys carrying our ethical, medical, or historical researches? Which one? Selim enjoys carrying out historical researches, not out. Okay. Okay. Do you enjoy giving orders or carrying out orders? Sometimes I enjoy giving orders, but sometimes I enjoy carrying out orders. Mess up as a phrasal verb. Make a mistake and do something badly. Vedat has a chance to be a writer. What should he do not to mess it up? What should he do? Yes, what should the intonation is important. What should he do not to mess it up? He should be very careful. He should be heedful. He should be attentive. Border on as a phrasal verb, be almost like some other thing. Border on. Lie on the boundary of. Nuri has a personality which is bordered on courtesy. Yeah, his personality lies on courtesy. Who has a personality bordered on competence? Selim has a personality bordered on competence. Caliber, proficiency, competence, confidence, reliance. Yeah, these are all beautiful human good qualities. Enroll, yes, as a verb, officially arrange to join a school, university, or course. Arrange for someone else to do this. Join, yeah, enroll also means join, become a member, yes. But to become a member at the end of the day, you become a member of that place if you enroll. Enter, enroll on, or for British English, for example, enroll in American English. This is important. Yeah, this is really important. You can enroll on the school or for school in British English, but you enroll in school in American English. The dictionary says like this. It's really important. Wahid enrolled for English course for pre-intermediate level. Who enrolled for an advanced level course? Halit enrolled for an advanced level course. Which social club did you enroll last year? I enrolled in CTC club last year as a social club. Now start with the true knowledge. Start with the true knowledge. What does it mean? Important questions require important answers. Yeah, this is the logic. It is quite rational. Important questions require, need, want important answers. How do we feel if we have or if we know the true answer to a question? Of course, we feel happy. How to be a fluent, dynamic, and eloquent speaker? Of course, it is a very beautiful question, but it requires a beautiful answer. I think I cannot give it completely. Maybe we can find its answer from an article, from a serious article, how to be a fluent, dynamic, and eloquent speaker in both our native language and in our foreign language. Okay. In a way, it is a very practical. We really need it in our daily speech. Now, what does the gift say? One way or another. Yeah, this is also very practical and famous, popular. Yes, one way or another. In a way, in a sense, in one respect. Yeah, in one respect. In one way or another. Well, kind of, yeah, kind of. For example, how it is right in a way. How it is right in one way or another. Okay? How it is right in a sense. Yes, how it is right in a sense. Also possible, as you can see, easily. How it is right in one respect. Yes. Or how it is kind of right. Yeah, Halit is somewhat right. Halit is kinda right. Halit is kind of right. Okay. Who is right in many ways? Halil is right in many ways. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. I hope that it was useful, and I also hope that you enjoyed this video. So see you next time, and stay healthy, and I wish you well-being.